Black here. You know, whether you're a procrastinator or you file your taxes right away, this year you may have some additional questions. And joining us to share some answers is CPA and CEO of Pierre Accounting, Pierre. Good morning to you, Eric.
Good morning, Eric. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. You know, I'm glad that we're doing this segment because it's a friendly reminder to me to get all the W-2s and things all set and prepared. And it's an important time of year. This is a busy time of year for you, Eric. All right?
Oh, absolutely. We're built for this, you know, but it's great to be able to do it in America's finest city. No better place to do taxes, you know?
Yeah, for sure. So tell us a little bit this year. What are some of the concerns or issues that we need to know about with, I mean, we went through a pandemic, I mean, right? And there's stimulus checks, there's things that have happened that have never happened before, right? Is that going to impact our taxes?
Absolutely. That's a great question. So since you mentioned stimulus, let's talk about that first. Now, according to Forbes magazine, half of Americans think that their stimulus checks are taxable, but that's not true. If you received a stimulus in the first round and or second round, you're not going to pay tax on it. You will have to report that on your tax return, but it's not subject to tax. However, if you did not receive a stimulus, you still have an opportunity to get that credit on your tax return 2020. Because, you know, for some people, they didn't qualify because their incomes are too high. But if your income falls in that bracket of 75K under for single and 150 under for married, you'll get that credit on your 2020 return, which is a refundable credit, meaning it'll add to your refund, or if you owe a tax bill, it'll actually decrease your taxable liability.
Oh, boy, that's really important to know because you might be thinking you're going to owe, didn't have that, and then you might be able to break out even or even get some in return depending on the size of your family and everything.
Absolutely. You know, for some families, it's a game changer considering this unfortunate pandemic. And then some people didn't get it because of administrative issues with address change and whatnot. So you still have an opportunity to get it on your tax return. But again, if you did receive it, you have to report it on your tax return. You're not going to be taxed on it, but they will be mailing you a form, and they expect you to report it on your 1040 this year.
Let's talk about timing here, because there's potentially this third stimulus check that's going to work, another $1,400. They're working on that bill here this week. The Congress is. So, is there a timing issue here? Is it better to get our taxes in early, or should we be waiting for that third stimulus check? Is there any gamesmanship with any of that?
Well, there may be a little bit of political gamesmanship, but our philosophy always is if you have a refund, you want to get it in as soon as possible.
Yeah.
So, however, if you're in a position where you owe money, you may want to wait to see if you get that stimulus check. But with the fact that last year, the IRS was closed for about 6 or 7 months, I would not delay getting my refund. We've had clients not get their refunds for a year because of issues with closing. So
got it.
I would try to get it in as soon as possible.
What about business owners? What do they need to know? Obviously, it was a big, busy, challenging, and up and down year for them as well.
Absolutely. Well, there's some opportunities to receive some substantial tax credits. One in particular is the employee retention tax credit, and it's going to depend on the size of your company. But basically, this credit allows you to earn in 2020 up to $5,000 per employee, and they've extended it out to the first 2 quarters of 2021, and you may be eligible to get up to $7,000 per employee. We have a client in upstate New York that received a credit of $200,000.
Wow.
So you want to make sure that, a lot of payroll companies did not file that, so you may have to file an amended payroll tax return, but you want to get with your CPA. And then also, if you're a business owner that owns commercial real estate, there are some opportunities for you to get a refund. We helped a client of ours here in San Diego, because of the provision of the CARES Act, get a $300,000 tax refund for taxes paid in the previous few years.
You obviously are very knowledgeable in all this, and this is also a major passion of yours as well. Black History Month, when you look at the numbers here, just talking about your personal life here, Eric, there's just not a whole lot of black CPAs in our country, is there? You're pretty unique and special in this.
Yes, you're absolutely right. According to the AICPA and the National Society of Black CPAs, our country has about 650,000 CPAs, of which we believe less than 5,000 are CPAs. are Black. Now, I was very fortunate. I was raised by a CPA, so I had somebody at home that set an example for me to do what I do, because it's pretty humbling that in my household, we have 2 Black CPAs, but there are major cities that you can't even find 2 Black CPA practitioners. So our firm, we joined with the National Society of Black CPAs to help bring in more Black CPAs to the industry. And part of it is just lack of education, because, accounting itself doesn't sound exciting, but most people don't understand it's the language of business. And it's a great opportunity to learn about business and really help your clients grow their wealth and maintain their financial legacies. And this is one of the few industries where you can do that and develop a very good relationship with your client.
Yeah, you have a major impact on people's lives. I mean, right? Taxes and everything. There's a lot involved in there. That major impact on your family and everything. And look, Eric, I know you're really involved in the community as well. Tell us a little bit about your organization that you're involved. Is it Cielo Sports?
Yes, Cielo Sports. It's run by my good friend Marcus Preciado. He used to be the pastor at Rock Church San Diego, so they help with youth. And so we financially support the organization because, our future does lie with the youth. And if we don't take care of them, then, we may be leaving ourselves to a compromised society 20 to 30 years from now. And, as I mentioned earlier, I was very fortunate to have people look out for me as a young man, and I need to, carry that forward. So that's who we partner with right now.
I know you used to play for the San Diego Guardians, the minor professional basketball. You still hooping it up?
Not these days with all the taxes I have to do.
Yeah.
I would embarrass myself right now. I think you beat me one-on-one today. I can't stretch very much right now.
Well, hey, your excuse is this is a very busy time for you, right? Yes, next couple months. Stay focused on that. Hey, Eric, thanks for joining us this morning. Really appreciate the conversation.
And thank you for having us.
Hey, where can people learn more about your business and if they want to reach out to you?
Yes, if you want to learn more about our business, you can call us here in San Diego. Our number is 619-800-6852. And you can also visit us at our website at pierreaccounting.com.
Eric Pierre, thanks so much for joining us this morning. Really appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Have a great rest of your day. Busy time of year for these guys, right?
Tax time.
No
Oh, boy. Yeah.